Hey guys, welcome back to another Just Jewelry Just Sold video. I kind of neglected this series for a while because I got really busy selling quite a bit of jewelry. A lot of inquirers from my hauls, which is something I've done for a long time. Whenever you see anything that you are interested in a haul, just shoot me an email. Of course, things have sold on Etsy, eBay, Mercari, and the like. So very busy that way. Very grateful for that. My channel has always been about talking about thrifting, talking about jewelry, talking about thrift hauls, ride-alongs. I like to take you with me so you can see the fun it is in finding treasures to sell for profit or to keep and love. The item here sold for $20. I believe I took a best offer of 20 plus shipping on eBay for this. This is really pretty. It did come out of a jewelry jar. It's very nice and hefty. I do believe it's copper. It really does smell and look just like genuine copper. It's very, very nice enameled. And then I sold a James Avery. And we're going to start having a series, guys. I'm going to do it on Sundays, probably at 3 Central. And I really wanted to start talking more about the resale aspect of jewelry. I want to focus on the jewelry, maybe get us inspired to do more listing, because I know a lot of times we do a lot of buying, especially with those fabulous auctions and sales that are on YouTube. We get inundated with wonderful prices everywhere on eBay. Like I said, eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. I've been really sniping things left and right on Mercari. So, and of course here on YouTube as well. And, then we wind up with a big mother load of jewelry, and I think it's time for us to list it. If you don't do that, if you just enjoy it, that's fine. I think it's still an inspirational thing, and I think it's still fun to look at jewelry, but also look at its potential and what it can do for you, because really I've always been a collector and a hoarder, and there was no other outlet but reselling, because that way I could have more room to buy more stuff. And it is absolutely a huge lure. The hunt is a never satiated urge to go out and hunt for more. So that's why I want to start this new series. I will do it on Sundays, hopefully. And I hope you will join me, because I am really excited about it. And I think you will really enjoy learning more about jewelry, learning more about ways to list it, and of course, showcasing it. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Is looking at it. This is something that I acquired through a private sale. It's James Avery for $50. And neither one of us knew what it was called or anything. I'd never seen it before, but I did list it in a group that I'm a part of. And this is a James Avery group. And within a day, someone had given me the answer to my question. So I figured it was very rare. I didn't find any listings at all. I think I put it up for $125, and I took a best offer of $100 plus shipping on that. So I'm super excited about doubling my money on this beautiful, beautiful piece, and was very excited to learn all about it as well. Very big and nice piece. And it is a cross. There, it is considered a cross. Lovely piece. But let me just show you these gorgeous Christmas brooches that I sold. I sold 2 of them. Woke up to a sale of 2 Christmas brooches. Very happy about that. And they sold for $14 a piece on Etsy. This one is a vintage piece. Actually, I think they are. I don't know if they're marked. I don't believe they are, but they're quite quaint and so pretty. And yeah, one customer bought both of them this morning. She's going to love them. I love the Christmas brooches. All right, and then another thing that sold was really pretty, turquoise, genuine turquoise with sterling clasp and all of that. And the cone here is also sterling. It has like a sun hallmark on there. It has been fully tested. And that sold for $88, and that did come out of a jewelry jar. So super excited about that as well. And this one sold on Poshmark. Really love it. And nothing really special about this one except for the fact that it has the name James Avery on the clasp. This I pulled out of a jewelry jar. It was actually attached to a really nondescript pendant. Nothing special about the pendant either. But I noticed the chain was kind of heavy, and it was indeed. That sold on Mercari for $23. And I do not charge shipping on Mercari. I think this is the double curb chain. This was actually my daughter's. We removed all of the charms and she started a whole new collection. She kept a few that she really wanted, and then she sold about 3 or 4. And this was one thing that sold as well, and that sold for $29. From James Avery as well. This sold for, I didn't even write it down there, did I? It sold for $60, $59. Actually, I kind of, like to like to play with that psychology, and instead of writing 60, I'll write 59. Very thick, beautiful wide band. I love it. But it fit me in my middle finger, and it fit very tight where I couldn't take it off. I had to struggle to take it off. I didn't like it on the ring finger. To me, it looked too much like a wedding band on the ring finger. So I really wanted it on the pointer finger, or if it would have been more comfortable on the middle finger, I probably could have lived with that. But because it's such a wide band, this is what you have to be careful. They tend to get snug. They tend to feel snug when the band is wide. Yeah, it will find a nice new home. Again, classic James Avery, beautiful aesthetic. Sold for $59 on Macari. I believe this one came out of a Chicago jar. So again, we're looking at maybe a 25-cent investment there. And that sold for $25 on Macari as well. Really lovely piece. Wonderful setting on that. I really, really love it. James Avery find from a jewelry jar. Now, all of these that I've been selling lately, some of these that I've been selling lately, the charms, have come from a jewelry jar, and this was actually attached to a bracelet. And the bracelet itself was not James Avery. It had 3 James Avery charms. The bracelet was not James Avery, and then it had 3 non-James Avery charms. We sold that one, and that sold for $33. So someone got a good deal. It's going to a happy home, and off it goes. Sold on Macari as well. Hey guys, another item I want to bring you today that sold is a James Avery brooch. This is the stem rose. It is a motif that's very popular, but it is retired. They do make a ring and a charm as well. And this is I think they make a ring, a charm, and a pendant. And this is the brooch. And the brooches are fairly rare, so I did find this on Poshmark for about $30, and I just sold it on Macari for $65. Another fabulous item that's sold, and this sold on Poshmark, and I let that one go for $12. This was another jewelry jar find. It's just a little faux druzy. It's really pretty teal with kind of gold specks. It had a fabulous tassel, and it was priced higher, but I finally let it go for $12. And then I sold this also, this Tiffany piece. I sold this on Poshmark for $99, so that was about a $79 clear, and that's exactly what I paid for it when I picked this up at the Goodwill at the counter. I just decided to let it go. I was not wearing it as much as I thought I would, and breaking even is always better than losing money, and I was just super happy when I found it at the Goodwill. I love to knit, and it reminded me of a little yarn, a little ball of yarn, but in the end I didn't wear it as much, so someone else was really happy to acquire that. This James Avery little wiener dog Dachshund, and I counted back at $35, and it sold. So happy to get that out as well. Again, a jewelry jar find. Sold on some really fabulous earrings. I believe these came out of a jewelry jar, but I'm really not even sure. Either way, I know they came from a thrift store, and I did not pay much for them. They are sterling silver, and I believe I had them for $29 for a pretty long time, probably going on 6 months. So I went ahead and sold these for $20, and yeah, I believe 20. Okay, another fabulous find from a jewelry jar. James Avery, very simple swirl design ring that sold for $33 on Macari. This was extremely tarnished, but pulled it out and sold that for $33. This was another fabulous find that came from a super bag. I pulled out about 3 items that day that are amazing. This is James Avery. This is retired. This is called the Sunflower Design. I listed it for $750 on eBay. I also listed it at my James Avery group on Facebook, and one of the girls offered me $500, and of course I took it. So very excited to sell that. One. I believe I sold this for $38. I think I had it for $40 and I reduced it down to $38. I believe this one is retired, but it's not that rare. But they now have one that has a little bit of enamel, so it's really pretty. So that was a really good deal, really good sale. Quick sale on Macari. They sell pretty fast. So yeah, happy to get that out. Sold on Macari. All right, this is the second of 2 pairs that were bought from a subscriber who saw them in my hauls. This one came out of the jewelry counter at the Goodwill. I believe I paid 10, sold those for 80. I also pulled out a pair that was broken, and they came out of a jewelry jar, and the same subscriber saw them, recognized them as Mars Valentine, as an extremely high-end designer. So she bought that other pair as well for $30, and she was very happy with both pairs, and I was really excited to see them. I loved them. They were extremely heavy for me, but I knew I had to have them. I knew they were something special. Now for some Christmas brooches. Both of these brooches sold on Etsy. The angel sold for $19, and this beautiful gold tone, brushed gold tone with red berries, sold for $23. They did sell to separate customers there, so I was very happy to see that the brooches that I listed about 30 brooches that week and sold quite a few, some on Macari and a couple of them also on Etsy. Then I also sold this beautiful, I think this is called the French Swirl Heart. This one I bought for 30 on Macari. No, I bought it for 30 on Posh, and I sold it on Macari for 55. So that was a very substantial piece, really pretty. I was on the hunt for James Avery to buy and to resell. Along with that beautiful French swirled heart, this one is also a James Avery. This is a really small Texas Longhorn charm, and it did have its accompanying necklace. I think it was a pretty long one actually, and I still have it. I think I'm going to sell it because it's extremely long. I don't know if I have any use for it. Here is the medium twist bracelet. And this one sold, was, I believe, for $29 or $33, something like that, on Macari. Guys, another item that sold on Etsy was this beautiful brooch. It is unsigned. It's gold tone. Very, very pretty. Just a simple kind of a strand or a rope cording there. Simple design. And that sold for, I believe, $14 shipped. That was a good deal. And that sold on Etsy. Okay, this little brooch, Christmas brooch, is actually a pin back or the straight back type, the tack type, and that sold for $12 on Macari. Really excited about selling all of those Christmas brooches. Here's another beautiful item that's sold on eBay. This is a vintage rhinestone, really beautifully made, and that sold for $19 on eBay. And then we have this beautiful Jim Shore design bangle. I was so excited when I found this in a jewelry jar. Most of these items have been found in jewelry jars. This sold for $99, guys. And they were actually selling for around $200. They were anywhere from $100 to $200. Mine had a tiny little ding on the nose there, so I decided to price it very competitively. And it did sell right before Christmas, I believe, or was it after Christmas? It was right around Christmas. I don't even remember, but $99. So excited. Hey guys, I wanted to bring you another ring that's sold. This is a really pretty sterling silver modernist setting. I got this at a thrift store quite a few years ago. I think I paid around, I think even less than $10. Anyway, that sold for $50. I had it listed on eBay for $59, and I forgot what I had it listed for on Poshmark. But I took a best offer on eBay for $50. Okay, these big beautiful earrings sold on eBay for $15, and these were sourced for about 30 cents. They came in that little crafter box that I showed you in one of my hauls out of the Goodwill. They were all earrings and all sorted, so they must have cost me about 30 cents. And really happy to start selling those. Quite a few things have sold from that lot. Here's something I got from Sandy's auction. Don't forget Sandy's auction on Friday here on YouTube at Just Sandy. I got these for about $10, and those sold for $20 on eBay as well. The previous earrings also sold on eBay. So that was a great deal. Mexican sterling silver design there. Absolutely wonderful. The find going out was this really pretty Egyptian motif bracelet. It is not sterling. I always thought it was sterling, but it's not. I tested it, and it was not marked, but it's very pretty. It's kind of hinged all around. It's got a very interesting clasp there. So this I've had on Etsy for quite a while. I've had it on eBay, on and off, and it finally sold, I believe, on Poshmark. And that sold for about, I think, $25. That is the end of our Just Jewelry Just Sold. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you join me on Sunday for a Sunday live show, live stream. And I hope to see you there. We will definitely be talking jewelry, but we will also be talking about resale and how to maximize your profits with the items that you thrift. And again, if you're just a jewelry lover, you're going to enjoy looking at all the beautiful finds. So I hope to see you there. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And be sure and hit that bell, because that bell will notify you when I upload a new video. And it will also notify you when I'm about to go live. And you can join the stream in real time and chat with me and all the other wonderful people in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me.